Tonight at the Coliseum, the fans will be treated to a duel between all-star-bound pitchers. The Yankees will send CC Sabathia, who is slated for his fourth All-Star Game appearance and his first since 2007. The former Cy Young Award winner is one of the hottest pitchers in baseball, having won his last 6 stars. The A's will counter with their 2010 All-Star Trevor Cahill. Big Trevor's every bit as hot as his counterpart, having gone 7-0 in his last 9 starts. It's a pitcher's duel in the East Bay, only on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Well, Derek Jeter and the Yankees are going to try to make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, but the A's, well, they have other ideas. Rajai Davis in the lineup tonight. The Speedy Davis is batting ninth. Mark Ellis in there as well. The A's, on the other hand, well, they're going to try to even up this series at a game apiece, and indeed a marquee pitching matchup tonight for Game 2 of this 3-game series. That's the Yankees and the Athletics coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. All stars on the mound tonight. We are excited about that. Let's start with Trevor Cahill, Ray. And let's hope Trevor Cahill doesn't feel like he has to do more than he's been doing against a Yankee lineup, even though it is a very good lineup.
You know, I think the laid-back Southern California will pitch exactly the way he has pitched in the first 3 months of this season. Regardless, he's facing the Yankees for the first time ever. The only team that he has not faced as a young major leaguer. The great two-seam fastball, the sinker getting ground ball outs. The curveball has been outstanding. The changeup is working very effectively. He's just pitching outstanding baseball. Very deserving for him to be an all-star for the first time, especially the way he has been pitching 7 in a row. That's not easy to do, but he has handled it extremely well.
CC Sabathia is an all-star for the 4th time, but we always bring up the struggles he's had against the A's. 5-8 in his career, and earlier this year, the A's beat him here at the Coliseum.
On the first inning, he walked 2 batters. And then he had Kurt Suzuki come up. Zook has hit him extremely well, hit a 3-run home run, and that was pretty much it for the A's and CC Sabathia. But he has struggled here. For him, it's either pitch well or not pitch so well. He's from Vallejo. He usually has a very strong contingent of people here, family and friends. He's an outstanding pitcher. He has won 6 straight. So 2 All-Stars on the mound who won't be pitching next Tuesday because they're pitching on Sunday, but 2 very good pitchers.
Now, the A's had just 3 hits last night, so they need to bunch some hits together against the big left-hander CC Sabathia. Sabathia and Cahill is our marquee pitching matchup tonight here at the Coliseum. Yankees with the best record in baseball. A's will try to put a dent in that tonight. We'll have lineups and first pitch when we come back.
Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. And Trevor Cahill and the Athletics have taken the field. Yankees are getting ready in their dugout, so we are just moments away from first pitch. Here's our game time weather for tonight, brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free, and the boardwalk is open daily. 62 degrees, another cool night. It was cool last night, and as the game went on, it actually had the marine layer come in, and it really cooled off. I think that's probably going to be the same situation tonight. So the Yankees and the Athletics, game 2 of this 3-game series. And let's look at the lineup for New York tonight. Brett Gardner, the speedy one, will lead off in left field. Jeter at short, Teixeira at first. A-Rod in the cleanup spot. Cano at second. Nick Swisher will DH. Jorge Posada is the catcher. Curtis Granderson at center. Colin Curtis in right. Defensively for the Athletics, Davis, Crisp, and Carson in the outfield. Kuzmanov, Rosales, Ellis Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki is the catcher, and the All-Star Trevor Cahill on the mound.
All we have to do is just listen, and we know. One of the greatest times, Trevor Cahill. 14 start, looking for win number 9, which would be his 8th consecutive win. First ever start against the Yankees, and if you recall in his last start against the Orioles, he gave up a run in the first inning for the first time this year, a run in the first inning. But Trevor Cahill, as we talked about, I don't think it'd be any different for him. He is just looking to try to continue what has been a great run for him. And probably, I don't know what color uniform he'll wear next Tuesday. He might be wearing the home whites that he's wearing tonight.
It'll be all yellow.
That's true.
We'd all know who he is.
That'd open a few eyes. He won't be playing, folks, but he's going to be dressed to the T.
2-0 to Brett Gardner. He'll be followed by Jeter and Teixeira here. Just underway. Yankees won last night by a final score of 3-1. Vasquez over Sheets. And there's a strike. So as we said in our open, Trevor Cahill, his first start ever against the Yankees. Must have got here early. He's got himself a bat for batting practice. 3-1 the count to Gardner. Don't want to let him get aboard. He's very fast. Stolen base threat. Takes the pitch, and it's in for a strike.
Can almost be assured that he was going to be taking the 3-1, making Trevor Cahill throw 2 strikes after falling behind 3-1.
Yeah, pitch is sliced up over the A's dugout. Yankees are 51-31. They've won 4 out of 5. And they have a 2-game lead over the Rays and a 2.5-game lead over the Red Sox in the AL East. So that is the situation with the Yankees. They're 23-18 on the road. Joe Girardi has to like the way his team is playing. Another pop-up foul. So Gardner battling Cahill here in the first at-bat of the game.
Well, as long as Trevor can continue to throw strikes, not bad for him to kind of get loose before heading to the middle part of this very tough batting order.
CC's ready to go. That one bounced to Cahill, who reaches up and grabs it. Underhands to first, and that's the first out of the ball game.
Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. Matchup on the mound. It is spectacular. There's no doubt. CC Sabathia, Trevor Cahill of the Athletics, and for Cahill, never having faced the Yankees. So he gets the first out. And then CC 6-0 and a 2 ERA since June the 3rd.
So both pitchers, all-stars, and both pitchers pitching well at the moment. And here's Jeter. Breaking ball outside to Jeter. .281 with 8 homers and 39 runs batted in. A little RBI drought going for Jeter. He was 1 for 4 last night. 4 hits in his last 22 at-bats.
All 4 balls hit last night to the right side.
Good pitch there. Jeter out in front.
Well, that's a breaking ball start in the middle of the plate, but the sharp bite of the curve that Trevor's throwing there. There's the grip. Oh, we got Ultramo again. Look at the spin on that ball, and look at just out of the strike zone. What a great shot. Means we have a center field camera tonight, right?
Little dribbler down the third base line, and it will roll foul. Thank goodness.
And Kurt Suzuki, if he was mic'd, probably heard him say, let it go, because there's no chance to throw out Jeter. And he just hoped that the ball would roll foul. It was on the dirt, and it did. And Jeter topped the ball, got on the dirt, and the ball hit behind the plate, spun out in front, and it hit the grass and just started to spin. And that's right there when you knew it was going to roll foul.
Great. If it's a home game and we're televising, we'll have Ultramo. Rest of the year, baby.
Gotta love it. But it's just going to move around a little bit, right?
Put it anywhere we want.
Get a whole bunch then. Put it in every camera.
Well, I think there may be a financial situation we'd have to deal with there, but we are excited about the new camera.
So it is a camera that can move around different parts of the park. But there's one camera, and then
yeah, that's it right there.
That is, wow.
So it is an additional camera. And we'll have it here. And we're told that it's purchased by Comcast. So when the A's are on the road, it'll go over Giants games. So it'll stay in the Bay Area for both broadcasts.
Check it out.
Exciting.
I mean, you always wonder about the rotation of baseball. You're getting a chance to see it. Ultra mode. That is
2-2 the count to Jeter.
Are we going to have a behind home plate?
Interesting. I mean, we could if we wanted
because
to.
if you not behind the plate. Oh, that's right. They're selling tickets at Diamond Level. That's right.
Oh, a little flinch by Mike Winters, the home plate umpire, and a very close pitch.
Let's see what Tommy Camp says, because, you know, those close pitches, guess where they're going to go, which direction they're going to go. I wonder why. Nothing wrong with that pitch, folks. On the corner, not too low.
Jeter stays alive. Full count.
9 pitches to Gardner. 10th coming up to Jeter. Should have been out on the previous pitch.
Breaking ball. Strike 3 called, and Jeter knew it. That's the pitch, Ray, he just didn't have last year.
Exactly. It is the curveball. Watch Jeter flinch. Kind of buckle the knees, and once he saw the break, and you're going to see it in ultra mode. Look at the spin and the curveball. Look at just how it breaks right over the inside part of the plate. And the great future Hall of Famer Derek Jeter knew it. Walked to the dugout in ultra mode.
And there's the curveball. Snaps in for a strike to Teixeira. A strike. So a quick 0-2 to Teixeira, who homered last night.
Trevor Kay on his last start threw 95 pitches in 7 innings, had an 8-1 lead. Could have gone back out. Bob Guerin, Kurt Young talking about, yeah, could have gone another inning, but had the lead. Bullpen took over.
On the ground to Barton. And that will be a very nice inning for Trevor Cahill. 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout. CC's ready to go. tonight. Crisp, Barton, Suzuki, Kuzmanov, Ellis, Cust, Rosales, Carson, Davis. Keep an eye on that Suzuki Sabathia matchup. Gardner, Granderson, Curtis in the outfield for the Yankees. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, Teixeira on the infield. Jorge Posada behind the plate tonight. And CC Sabathia on the mound looking for his 11th win of the year. Crisp thinks about a bunt attempt, takes a strike. 283 with a couple of home runs, 11 RBIs. 0 for 3 last night for Crisp. He did have a sacrifice fly. Bounces that one in the hole. Jeter can't get it. Rodriguez can't get it. And Coco Crisp has a leadoff single.
Well, for CC Sabathia, 18 starts, and he's been outstanding. 333 earned run average. 10th in 3, and of course he has won 6 in a row. Just 37 walks, 93 strikeouts. He has allowed 12 home runs, but I think it says a lot about the few walks that he's given up. Been on a nice roll. But he had his third baseman, Alex Rodriguez, thinking about a bunt from Coco Crisp and open up the big hole. And Coco found the hole in the left field.
First pitch fastball in first strike to Derek Barton. Sabathia second in the American League in innings pitched. Only Felix Hernandez from the Mariners has more.
CC Sabathia is very tough on lefties. The A's have Jack Cust and Derek Barton. 2 lefties in the lineup. Ryan Sweeney the night off. But Jack is swinging the bat well, lefties or righties, so good to see him still in there. Of course, Derek Barton, I think you'd have a fight on your hands if he wasn't in the lineup, regardless of who's pitching.
Just a bit outside. 1-2 to Barton. .283 with 4 homers and 31 runs batted in for the A's first baseman. And on the outside corner, strike 3 call. And that's out number 1. Let's check out our legendary performance brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. This is the matchup we've been looking for. Suzuki Sabathia, April 22nd of last year and this year. Kurt Suzuki hits a home run off CC Sabathia. So 1 year apart. Both day games, one in New York, one here at the Coliseum. You've got a giant appetite. It's got to be Nations, and here is Kurt Suzuki.
Well, the 2 walks that CC had in front of the home run by Suzuki, and of course, you remember the other one in which CC was pitching. The ball was thrown behind him as he was protecting Alex Rodriguez. Next pitch, home run on a fastball.
Kurt 5 for 18 with those 3 home runs against Sabathia in his career. Runners going, and Crisp will have it stolen without a throw. Posada said, you know what? I ain't got a chance, and I'm not throwing it.
Well, it's interesting watching Posada catch the ball with a great jump. He just frame the ball in the strike zone, they'll flip back to the mound and whatever try, you know.
A 1-2 Suzuki and a little bit high, 1-1. Kevin Kuzmanov in the on-deck circle. A's are 41-43 on the season, and they are 24-17 at home. Still trying to crawl back to that 500 mark. They got close over the weekend in Cleveland. Suzuki gets jammed. With the A's coming into tonight 8 games behind the first place Texas Rangers. The Rangers winning tonight big at home, so not over yet against the Indians, but as the standings coming into today. 1-2 pitch hit hard but foul.
I didn't mention, here's the one that was behind Kurt Suzuki, and CC Sabathia threw him a fastball, and he said he looked in, he saw the fastball sign. He said, what am I doing? I'll throw it anyway. Home run.
Crisp with a pretty big lead, and that one runs inside, almost hit Suzuki. 2-2 the count. Cano is really doing his best to keep Coco Crisp close at second.
Posada has fingernail in the first knuckle doctored, so CC Sabathia could see the signs.
There's a good fastball right in under the hands of Suzuki. Kurt swings and misses.
He's got a curveball that he just pulled foul, but came back with a fastball inside, and CC finishes inside with the fastball. St. Gio Gonzalez, he throws hard inside, and it's almost an unhittable pitch for a right-hander.
So Kuzmanov will try to give the A's the lead with Crisp at second base, 2 outs. Just a bit outside with a fastball to Kuzmanov. Kuzmanov had an infield hit last night. It was the last hit the A's had in that game, and it was in the 4th inning. They had no hits through the final 5 innings.
That is a pitch you have to gear up for the fastball, maybe the hard curve slider. Then he drops the changeup. Not much you can do. You just hope he throws it when there's not a couple of strikes.
That one moving away, actually, from Kuzmanov, it looked like. So 1-2 with Mark Ellis hoping to get a chance to hit, waiting in the on-deck circle. Kuzmanov lays off the fastball.
As quickly as Posada's going through the signs, you have to think the first or second sign is the one, because you throw down first and second slowly, but then after that it's a whole bunch very fast. So a change up or a fastball. Moves in, fastball, change up away. Thurman Munson, the great late Thurman Munson, was he'd give the signs and then put the first finger down and give about 5 more. I think he had a pretty good idea. It was the first sign. It was just a matter of throwing down a whole bunch of fingers that faster than I've ever seen signs given. Thurman was great. Boy, left us way too soon.
And another retired uniform number by the Yankees. Munson's number 15.
The captain.
Quick meeting between Posada and Sabathia. Crisp led off the bottom of the first with a single. He stole second, and that's where he's at right now. And now he's going to go to third. It's off the mitt of Jorge Posada.
I remember Posada over the weekend had his ring finger on his left hand damaged ultra low, the ball up and away. He throws very hard. If Posada reached up and just off his catcher's mitt, I think the fact that it was thrown so hard he had to reach up so quickly.
So I got to believe there's going to be balls that he catches tonight that will hurt.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And that may have been one of them, and he missed it. Kuzmanov hits it hard. Fair ball down the left field line. Crisp will score, and Kuzmanov is going to have an RBI double. Just inside the bag at third. So RBI number 40 for Kuzmanov, and the A's lead 1-0.
Well, Alex Rodriguez last night robbed Kurt Suzuki of extra bases. This time, though, similar play, maybe a little bit harder, and Alex could not get to the ball. So big two-out hit by Kevin Kuzmanov. The A's on the board, and he's in scoring position himself.
So here's Ellis. Ellis on the ground toward Rodriguez. Flips it across side, retired. A run on 2 hits. The Kuzmanov RBI double gives the A's a 1-0 lead after 1.
TV today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer when you're out of town. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. And you know those folks have computers, and when they travel, they watch the game.
That's awesome.
Scoring, they probably have every score sheet from every game they've attended.
Makes you realize that you and I have to stay on our toes and do the best job we can.
I just followed you.
Alex Rodriguez leading it off, followed by Robinson Cano and Nick Swisher. Cahill had a 3-up, 3-down first inning with a strikeout. He got Jeter looking. Cahill will get A-Rod with a bouncer back to the mound, 1 out.
Now, one thing we've seen with Trevor Cahill, he's had as many as 15 ground ball outs while on the mound, of course, against the Angels, but he feels his position so well. And reference Greg Maddox, the future Hall of Famer, I think 18 Gold Gloves, sinker ball pitcher, ground ball pitcher. When you finish your delivery, you become an infielder because the whole middle of the field is open. If you're giving up ground balls, you want to make sure you field your position just like any other fielder. And well, from where we are looking now, you can just see the 4 infielders, but there's the pitcher right in the middle. And if he doesn't field his position, you're going to be singles up the middle.
First pitch swinging, Robinson Cano. Ellis takes care of that, 2 outs.
And that's what you like even more after a 23-pitch first inning. 3-1 and you're 27. 4 pitches only now to have an even quicker inning. So it was last night. Ben Sheets retired the first 5. Swisher, Granderson, Sorellis, 2 runs. That was pretty much all Javier Vasquez needed.
Here is Swisher. First pitch is high.
Ben Sheets last night, 7 1/3 innings. Pitched very well. Gave up the 3 runs, 2 plus the home run to Teixeira. 109 pitches and came out after a strikeout in the 8th inning. No walks.
Pitched well.
Yes, he did.
No doubt about it. Inside corner, strike 2 call to Swisher. Nick does not agree with the call from Mike Winters.
Well, the ball almost hit him, but look how much the ball comes back. It starts inside and really comes back to the inside corner. And right on the corner, the Black Navy, but Mike Winters looking right down the barrel of the inside target.
This one leaked out over the plate a little bit. Swisher fouls it back.
They're getting a lot of votes for him, so don't need a lot of attention. Swish was leading the American League early voting.
Early on,
Joey Votto in the National League, great first baseman for the Reds, 19 home runs.
Well, you know what? We saw Joey Votto, and we don't see a lot of the National League, but he gets our vote. He was tough out here.
Why does he have to be voted on with the last 5?
Yeah, that's true. You're saying he should have been on the original 33, right?
Yes, exactly. He's a special player.
Swisher rolls over on that one, and the count stays 1-2.
Ricky Henderson and the other guy, Mr. Lou Wolf, behind a diamond level.
Barton handles a tough hop ball, stayed down, but Barton picks it up, steps on the bag, 6 up, 6 down for Trevor Cahill. Bottom of the 2nd, coming up 1-0 A's.
Tomorrow night. This is regular season, of course, now, folks. Tomorrow night at 7:05, tickets are still available for the final game of the Independence Day Series presented by Amway Global, where positive makes for good business. Get tickets online, OaklandAthletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL. We would love to have the Yankees come back to Coliseum in October. Wouldn't that be great?
Sure.
The A's would have a great second half. I think we figure the Yankees are going to be playing in October. Pretty good.
You know what? We'll even give them home field advantage. So the A's will get games 3 and 4. First round.
It's fine.
May not even go back to New York.
It's something great to shoot for.
Want to know to Jack Cust.
As we all know, those clubs strive to get the postseason. The Yankees strive to win the World Series. They don't even think about just postseason. You've won 27 of them. Just getting there is not enough. The man led them last year, number 27, Joe Girardi. This year he's wearing number 28, looking for the 28th World Championship.
So when they went from 2000 to 2009 without winning a World Series, that probably felt like an eternity for them.
Especially with the money. I mean, because everybody talks about their payroll. That's why that question last night about the 1.3 billion salaries. Well, cumulative. Those years they didn't win, they probably spent that much money, but they make it, they spend it. Can't fault them for that.
Sabathia strikes out, Cust swinging. One out here.
I don't know the answer to this question.
I don't either. Time now for our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question.
Number 7.
Jason Tiller from Fremont says, I love to watch Adam Rosales. Is he really as much fun as he appears to be?
That's right. I don't know the answer to that question.
You do. You know what? Adam is actually kind of a quiet kid, almost like he's got a little shyness to him. Would you agree with that? But a very friendly, nice kid. But
shy, but very outgoing.
That makes any sense.
Yeah.
He would say hi to you. But a good kid. We like him.
You know, he's got a great attitude when it comes to the game of baseball. Somebody said, how about this check swing? Now, let's take a look at this one first. Excuse me, and follow through and hit it hard enough in front of Curtis in right field for a base hit. Ultra mode, slow, and a check swing.
He'll take it.
But, you know, he doesn't even look at offers. He looks at every day as a new day. If he's not in the starting lineup, as he said, he's on the roster. That sometime he'll be in the game. And he's always prepared, always ready to get in the game. And I think that man, Bob Guerin, wants to find a way to get him in there. And especially against a tough lefty in CC Sabathia tonight. A couple of lefties get the night off. He has found a space in the top 9 listed on the lineup card. But yes, he is kind of a quiet but outgoing in a way that he knows he's very capable. There is 5 positions that he's played. Still, I'd like to see sometime in September he is an inning at every position. And I can't wait for him to put on the catching gear. I think he'd be a pretty good pitch. He's got a very strong arm. He might pitch okay.
1-2 the count to Matt Carson, getting a start against Sabathia tonight. And that was low. 2-2 to Carson. .301 with 9 homers and 29 runs batted in. The numbers at Sacramento. He did that in 51 games. Fastball, and Carson strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts for Sabathia.
Well, as he did with Suzuki and Barton, just reared back and said, here's a little bit extra for the fastball. Up out of the strike zone, but still you see it up in that zone. Since he throws hard enough, he can get away with it. As Carson right through it.
Most strikeouts since 2007. Sabathia is second on the list. Last night starter Vasquez, fourth. Oh, and 1 to Rajai Davis, getting a start tonight. He's in left field. It's been a real struggle for Rajai as of late. 1 for his last 28. Covers his last 10 games. And Rosales is going to get picked off. Jeter runs him back, places the tag, and that's how the bottom of the second ends. A hit, nothing else for the Athletics. We go to the third, 1-0 A's.
On first move, and he should have just kept running. When you get caught in a pickoff and you're going in the first move, best thing to do is just keep running. It's very hard to get in the old pickles, they say, and run down and make it out of it without being tagged.
Posada, Granderson, and Colin Curtis against Cahill in the top of the third. Outside corner, strike 1-1. 9 home runs, 28 runs batted in for Posada. Posada was on the disabled list in the month of May. Fractured right foot forced him to miss 15 games. That one's hit hard into center field, and that's a base hit. First hit for the Yankees in the game. It's a single by Posada up the middle. Here's our Bloomberg Sports graphic for tonight. Uncle Charlie heads to Anaheim, and it's the curveball. And that's important because he didn't throw it a lot last year. This year, it's a much better pitch for him.
It's amazing. It is amazing. Amazing. Somebody would watch all the pitches. Put the percentages.
Man, somebody's working really hard. But you saw how many more curves he's already thrown this year, and we're not even to the All-Star break yet. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. Granderson to Mark Ellis, who gets the out at second base. Ellis had to go a long ways to get that ball, but he knew he had time with Posada running.
Well, Adam Rosales knew he didn't have a chance to get Granderson, who runs well, get the one out, get the lead runner, keep the double play in order. Mark Ellis, nice 360 and a flip to his shortstop. But you know, the curveball for Trevor Cahill has been an outstanding pitch that he will use to lefties, to righties, and the back door to the left-handers. Of course, the righties we've seen where it breaks sharply away from the right-handers. But a much better pitch for him than the slider, which he threw more of last year. It's the 3% of curveballs and a lot more sliders last year.
Here's Colin Curtis, the young right fielder. Just the 10th major league game that Curtis has appeared in. June 21st when the Yankees called him up from the minor leagues. Anderson not going. The pitch is outside, 2-1. Top of the order, and Gardner will be next.
Your ground ball pitcher, you don't want that guy coming up. Gardner runs too well to try to double up. Maybe with Curtis, runs well, but if you can get the right placement of a ground ball, you can get out of the inning. It's really great too when you're an infielder playing behind a sinker ball pitcher. You know you're going to stay busy with ground ball outs, ground balls. You're going to stay alert.
3-1 now. Granderson inches out a little further, and he takes off, and the pitch is a bit high. Curtis with the walk, 2 on and 1 out.
Well, he made that pitch not really thinking about the runner at first base, and had it been a strike, not had a chance to throw him out.
Brett Gardner.
So Cahill in trouble for the first time in this game. It's always interesting, Ray. We saw it last year. When you play a team like the Yankees, very good lineup, veteran lineup, it's always interesting to see how they adjust after seeing a young pitcher for the first time. So we talked about it in New York last year. Generally, their at-bats are different the second, third time through the lineup than they are the first time.
Well, they do what all good hitters do, and that's talk. What did you say in your first at-bat? What, and these guys come in off the field, they talk even more about the movement of the pitch, especially the two-seamer that Cahill throws.
Inside to Gardner, and now 2-0. Good A's fans trying to make a little more noise than the Yankee fans. That's a strike.
A lot of movement starting inside and back towards the middle of the plate, a little bit up. Probably not location that Cahill wanted, but the fact that he froze the left-hander, got the call, and it's not a bad move just to try to keep Granderson close, let him know you're thinking about it.
Well, that's a pretty good reason why Cahill's ERA is under 3. Another strike to Gardner as Cahill dropped the changeup in there, and it's 2-2. a base hit to center field. Granderson had to make sure it went through, and he actually took a step or two back towards second base. So he goes to third, stops there. Curtis to second, and the bases are loaded.
Time it looked like Gardner was waiting on a two-seamer. He let the ball. I think Granderson might have thought Cahill had a chance to catch it, which he did. But the two-seam fastball starting inside the left-handers. At that time, Gardner saw enough of them that I think he was looking for it, at least picked up the spin. He was able to stay on it and hit it up the middle. Yeah, Yankees have been pretty good with bases loaded this year.
One out in the inning. First pitch to Jeter is inside. A couple hits and a walk. They're loaded. And that one catches the outside corner. Strike 1-1.
Well, with the Tommy Cam right over the top, and it's barely hit the outside corner. A little bit higher than the 2-2 pitch that Jeter saw in the first inning. That was called a ball.
Good pitch there. Hard sinker down and in, and Jeter rolls foul. Granderson at third. Curtis at second. Gardner at first with very good speed on the bases for the Yankees.
Jeter was called out on a curveball that started at it, but he also swung at a pitch, a curveball that was outside, or at least started middle of the plate, went outside.
Two pitch. Outside. Jeter watched it all the way. 2-2. Two to Jeter. Bounce toward Ellis. In the A's turn two. They got one to first. Not in time. Granderson scores, and we're tied at 1. So Jeter beat it out, and he gets his 40th RBI on the fielder's choice.
Well, they doubled him up. He almost didn't hit the shortstop. Very rare that Derek Jeter will do that. Well, Gardner was going in hard at second base. Adam Rosales avoided his slide, cleared his way, and made the strong throw, but Jeter runs too well.
So Jeter gets his first RBI in 20 games. And here's Teixeira. Teixeira grounded out to Barton in the first. First and third for the Yankees. A run in. There's your shift. Big swing by Teixeira. He fouled it back. You see Rosales playing right behind second base.
Yeah, ultra mode. There's the ball, and there's the foot. And that's a beating out. Derek Jeter been around a long time, but he still runs well. And definitely did not want to be doubled up, but he ran hard enough to avoid it.
0-2 pitch, and it hits Teixeira right in the middle of the bat. So with the count 0-2, Cahill tried that inside fastball, hoping it would work its way back over the plate.
And I wonder if Kurt Suzuki, he just has it out to his knees, thinking more of had an 0-2. And you're right, he started to throw the two-seamer, and then it just started to come back. Teixeira put up his elbow, and let's see if he got it more on the right elbow, right for a tricep. I think it missed his back. I thought he got it more in the back, but it just did not break as much as Cahill wanted. Look at this two-seam. It was started to break, and that's why
Caught a little bit of the arm, too.
Yeah, that's probably more of where it hurt, and then also maybe one of the ribs. That's too bad.
Looks like Teixeira will stay in the game. So Alex Rodriguez is going to hit with the bases loaded.
Now batting.
Well, sometimes, Ray, there's pivotal at bats late in the game, sometimes early in the game. This sits in that category. 2 outs. We're in just the 3rd inning of a 1-1 game. Rodriguez bounced back to Cahill in the 2nd inning. Got a breaking ball and rolled it foul. Just off the plate, didn't miss by much. Curtis, Jeter, Teixeira are your runners.
Two seam fastballs. One that works very well. Tried to throw backdoor and bring it back over the plate. Just missed, as did not have as much movement as he wanted.
In the dirt. Went with the changeup. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire, Jerry Lane.
Take a look at the side shot on this, and you make the call on this. What a shock. What a shock. That's a swing, folks. Body went forward, the bat went forward, and that man said no.
3-1 pitch, and that baby's gone. Grand slam, Alex Rodriguez. Way out of here. Rodriguez, home run number 596 in his career, and this one hurts.
Fastball right down the middle. You cannot make a mistake by throwing a fastball. 3-1 pitch. He gets an extra swing. Different story with a 2-2 versus 3-1. And nobody better than taking advantage of an extra swing, and he got it.
Now Cano hits. 21st career grand slam. All started with a Posada base hit. One now to Robinson Cano, who grounded out to second in the 2nd inning. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but called the ball. 3-1.
Came into this inning with 35 pitches. He has 67 now. So a very tough first and third inning for Trevor Cahill.
And that one hit to the right side. Barton gets a nice big hop, runs to the bag side, retired. Damage done. Alex Rodriguez closing in on 600 career home runs. This is 596. And it's a grand slam. 5-1 Yankees. Five to 1 Yankees lead. Thanks to that man Alex Rodriguez, a grand slam. So the A's come to bat bottom of the third. Rajai Davis to lead it off. Bluffs the bunt, takes a pitch low. So it'd be Davis, Crisp, and Barton. Davis was batting in the second when Adam Rosales got picked off. Side corner strike on 2-0. Nothing good happening for the A's down in Texas. The Rangers lead the Indians 12-1. That game in the 8th inning. Good swing there by Rajai Davis.
Too much happening well here for the A's.
Nope. The White Sox and the Angels had about an hour and a half rain delay in Chicago, but they are playing. It's a 1-1 game in the 4th inning. That's a 4-game series, so second game of that 4-game series between the Angels and the White Sox. White Sox won last night 9-2. Two pitch to Rajai Davis. He hits it hard. Rodriguez, nice play in the backhand. Gets up, throws. Not in time. Davis beat it out. Rodriguez made a nice stop on the play, but Davis just too fast. So an infield hit.
Well, just to his right, and last night we saw him go down and throw over the top. This time, semi over the top, but Rajai Davis got the call from Jerry Lane. And that's just flat out speed.
So that is the 4th hit for the Athletics. And here's Coco Crisp, who singled, stole a base, scored a run in the first. I think, Ray, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but obviously you're down 5-1. Pretty good pitcher on the mound. The A's last in the American League in home runs hit. I don't think you should shut anything down just yet.
Cannot do it.
Because you can pick away a little bit.
That's what you have to do. And look at the Yankees lineup, and you have to, just because of the potential in the home run that you can get back in the game. But it's very hard to do when you don't have the pop up and down the lineup. So I agree 100%. CC's a little tougher about him because he is a lefty, but you have the capability of stealing the base to get in scoring position, and you got a pretty good read. Do it. 11 for 12. Son, of course, has been banged up a little bit, so maybe he's not throwing as well. But I think now Rajay, if he happens to get picked off, it's run. Don't even stop.
3-0 now to Coco Crisp. He's looking for base runners as Crisp taking all the way, takes a strike.
FCC Sabathia used a slide step, even 3-0, thinking that maybe Rajay, of course, we've seen guys swing or steal a base 3-0. Very unusual. But definitely have to pitch out.
Rajay not going. The pitch is bounced back to Sabathia. He goes to second for one. Cano is the pivot man, and he turns the double play. 1-4-3 on the double play, and just like that, 2 outs.
Well, pretty tailor-made. Hard hit. I think it's going to be a double play anyway, just because of Jeter's his positioning, but instead CC handled it. Nice throw to Cano. He knew he was going to be covering, and there's your return on 2 fast guys.
Derek Barton struck out looking in the first inning. He goes after the first pitch. Teixeira to his right has it. Flips to CC Sabathia. Side retired. A hit. No runs for the Athletics. 5-1 Yankees after 3. $10,000 for his or her school. Top of the fourth inning, the Yankees with a 5-1 lead over the Athletics. It's Swisher, Posada, and Granderson. First pitch strike to Nick Swisher, who grounded out to first. His first at bat. Mentioned that White Sox Angels game tied at 1 in the fourth inning. Pitching for the Angels is Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver having a very good season. Just found out, Ray, that Jared Weaver has been added to the American League All-Star roster, and he is, in addition, replacing CC Sabathia, who will pitch Sunday and then will not be eligible to pitch. So we talked about a couple openings yesterday, and one of those openings has been filled by Jared Weaver. So Weaver's in. Sabathia, as we know, is an all-star but will not be eligible.
Who's going to replace Jared Weaver when he pitches Sunday here at the Coliseum?
That's a very good question.
And he is scheduled to pitch Sunday. They have an off. No, they don't have an off day.
Well, that's the information we got. But there's more to the story, Ray. Interesting note coming out of the Yankees clubhouse today. I don't know if you saw this or not, but Mariano Rivera has removed himself from the All-Star game. He's a little bit banged up. And this is him talking. He had some injuries to his left side and his right knee. He said, "I've been pitching hurt." End quote. He's going to go to New York and rest instead. And there's a question of whether he is going to be available to pitch in the remaining 5 games before the All-Star break as Swisher strikes out. So there's the second strikeout for Trevor Cahill.
Good changeup from Cahill and getting the strikeout. Third ball to Jeter in the first inning. 3-1 fastball to Alex Rodriguez last inning. Yeah, there was something to be said a few years ago when Buck Showalter intentionally walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. I'm not saying you intentionally walk Alex Rodriguez, but if you throw him a fastball down the middle of the plate, 3-1.
It's probably going to be 5-1.
Number 14, Curtis Granderson.
That's just a good changeup, Nick.
So 2 outs with the Posada fly ball to center field. So, Ray, maybe Andrew Bailey, his chances are enhanced with the Rivera story.
I'd say every manager wants as many closers as possible. There's no doubt Andrew Bailey is deserving. He's pitched well. It'd be nice if he said he's going to be down there anyway.
Hey, I would think if you lose a closer, you'd probably want to add a closer to take his place. But we'll see. 2-2 now to Curtis Granderson. But yeah, you make an interesting point on the Jared Weaver situation because he is pitching tonight. And they, as you said, do not have an off day. Rosales makes the play, and Trevor Cahill has a 3-up, 3-down top of the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up. The A's trail 5-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to Diamond Vision.
barbecue chicken pizza, premium grilled chicken, smoky bacon, and a tangy barbecue drizzle. It's barbecue taste at a special summer price. Call Roundtable today. Yankees 5 and the Athletics 1. Kurt Suzuki leads it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Suzuki, Kuzminov, and Ellis. A's have 4 hits off Sabathia, just the 1 run that came in the 1st inning. Suzuki struck out swinging in the 1st inning.
Oh, we saw Javier Vazquez last night pitch very well with 2 runs in the 2nd inning. CC Sabathia tonight. He's got a run in the 1st, but Yankees 5 in the 3rd. CC, a very strong individual, and out his goal is to complete the game. He did complete the game back in April here. It was 8 innings and losing again.
Suzuki hit it right on the button, but into the glove of the left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Kevin Kuzminov.
So here's Kuzminov, who got the A's on the board in the 1st with the RBI double. Hit it right down the 3rd base line past Rodriguez. Good changeup from Sabathia. The RBI for Kuzminov in the 1st inning, his 40th of the year. So he's the first Athletic to get to the 40 mark in RBIs. A.J. Burnett will pitch tomorrow night in the series finale. He will be opposed by Gio Gonzalez. Burnett had a good year last year, but has struggled some this year. And boy, good fastball there from CC Sabathia. 96 miles an hour on an 0-2 pitch, so he was not going to mess around. The ball being thrown around the infield gets past Jeter.
Yeah, he's got that little extra in the tank, and when he needs it, and I don't know that he necessarily needed it on 2, but he showed Kevin Kuzminov anyway.
What do you think, Ray? If you brought CC Sabathia in a game and said, hey, it's the 9th inning, close it out for me, he could throw 97, I bet.
There's no doubt.
Mark Ellis grounded out to 3rd in the 2nd inning. Make that the 1st inning. It ended the 1st. You just don't want Sabathia to find a groove. Off the end of the bat, into the Yankees dugout. We got cameras everywhere, don't we?
Oh. What was that one before? Right over the top of somebody?
That was it right there. At the end of the Yankees dugout. Fastball, swing and a miss. Couple strikeouts for Sabathia. He's got 6 in the game. And we have played 4 at the Coliseum. 5-1 Yankees. First pitch swinging, Colin Curtis on the ground to Rosales, who throws just in time. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Trevor Cahill. That's been an interesting start for Cahill. He retired the first 6 hitters. Gave up 5 runs in the 3rd. And since the end of the 3rd inning, he's retired 4 in a row. Top of the order, Brett Gardner. Takes a strike in the outside corner. And a quick 0-2. Good curveball by Cahill. Drops in. Four pitches for Trevor Cahill. 23 in the first inning. Gardner strikes out, and that is strikeout number 3 for Cahill, so he's retired 6 in a row now.
Well, you'd like to see this, giving up the grand slam, and then the ultra more you see the breaking ball, and a good one from Trevor Cahill, and a called 3rd strike. He's up the grand slam, but since then, nothing. That's great to see.
Up the middle, but Ellis ranging far to his right, throws in time to get Jeter. Nice play by Mark Ellis, and another 3-up, 3-down inning for Trevor Cahill. 5-1 Yankees as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals in 2005. Chris Carpenter, Matt Morris, and former Athletic Mark Mulder. Cuss swings at the first pitch to center field. Granderson back, now in, and he makes the catch. So that question this year pertains to the New York Yankees. Sabathia, 10 wins, he's in. Andy Pettitte, 10 wins, he's in. Phil Hughes, 10 wins, and he's in. So, first time that's happened since, again, 2005. Adam Rosales steps in. He had a base hit in the second inning. That's the good news. The bad news is he got picked off. .268. Rosales playing shortstop tonight. Sabathia threw 21 pitches in the first inning. But now the pitch count is 56 into the fifth, so that's not too bad. And with him, do you really need a pitch count?
Well, you look at last inning, he had 3 batters, 3 pitches each, 2 including strikeouts. 0-2, went right at him, so could be thinking about that. And that's one thing you have to enjoy about a pitcher who takes the mound, he wants to go 9. CC Sabathia and what he did in Milwaukee a couple of years ago before he became a free agent and pitching on 3 days rest, going the distance. He's strong and he shows it.
This one popped up over our heads. Well, the year that you're talking about, Ray, when he spent half the year with the Indians and half the year with the Brewers, his total innings pitched with those two teams, 253, which nowadays that's almost off the charts.
That'll probably get you about an 8-year contract for a lot of money.
Well, I believe it did. So in a three straight seasons, 07 241 innings, 08 253, and last year 230. He could have pitched in his 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yep.
And that's a base hit for Rosales. He's 2 for 2. This was in Cleveland 2008 in May, and then a couple months later he was traded from Cleveland to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, that was Rosales. 2000. No, that was Crosby. That's right. CC Sabathia, of course, he's had some great games against the A's and not so great games, whether it's Cleveland or the Yankees, but a lot of that. He pitches here with the friends and family in the stands, or they're watching on the road.
Matt Carson goes the other way for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the A's, so they have a shot to get back in this game against Sabathia.
Well, first pitch hitting, 3-2 is what Rosales got. Matt Carson got a first pitch fastball. And why wait for the breaking ball? Go after the fastball.
So Rajai Davis with a shot. He's a good guy to go to. Just moments ago. See if whatever Ricky told him will help. Inside to Davis. Rajai had a base hit in the third inning. It was an infield hit. Popped up. Teixeira racing over near his dugout, and he caught it. Right at the last minute, he reached out. He knew he was running out of room, and he caught it. That's a very nice play by Teixeira.
Just to the left of the field level seats, down the first baseline. He just ran hard, a lot of foul territory, looked to see where he was, reached out with his glove, and photographers. And that is an excellent play.
Well, in most stadiums, that's about 20 rows back.
About all stadiums, except the Coliseum. That's
what can you do?
That's one you take one step, you look, and get another ball. still a very good playing. Guys know where they come here, especially on the corners. And a lot of foul territory. You got a long way to go. And don't give up. Don't quit. And could be a big out for CC.
Hard slider. Coco Crisp checked his swing. Fastball high, 2-0. Crisp has singled, scored in the first, and hit into a 1-4-3 double play. That was in the third. Corner outfielders Gardner and Curtis, both very shallow. They don't think Crisp can hit one over their head.
I think they're wrong. We've seen Coco surprisingly, I don't think surprisingly, very strong. And he's Zito to left center off the wall. He's gone opposite field, right center to the warning track.
Squibbed foul off the end of the bat, 2-2.
Just let CC provide the power. Just put a nice swing on.
Rosales at second, Carson at first. They're ready to go on anything. Hard slider, Chris lays off. So now the runners will take off.
That's a good take and a hard pitch to lay off. Just because the lefty into a righty thrown to the back foot, the slider, and a bit of flat one, and Coco able to hold up the swing.
Runners go, and the pitch is way outside, and the A's have them loaded. First walk that Sabathia has issued.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10, Gary.
So Barton steps in against Sabathia. Slider in for a strike.
Unhittable. Ball's coming right at you. You can't do anything but flinch.
Throws it again, and he just misses inside. 1-1 the count.
Derek Barton waits so well, so long at the plate, and they have to think with Alex Rodriguez off the line at third, Derek Jeter shading him up the middle, right side of the infield. Looks like they're expecting to pull the ball on the ground. Derek Barton, that opposite field hit would look great.
Now 2-1. just a bit high. 3-1 to Barton. Kurt Suzuki would be next. Foul the left side. Fastball 96. Barton stays alive.
That's a good pitch to look for the fastball, get it, let it go. Since he does not want to walk him. And
would he throw him a slider?
That's you like to say you throw it 3-1, you throw it 3-2. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. He'd be ready for it, just like Derek Barton. That's that fastball. If it flips the slider, just hope it's out of the strike zone, and you just try to protect a little bit.
Three-two pitch, strike three call. Fastball on the outside corner, and Mike Winters throws Derek Barton out. Barton slammed his bat down, and Winters immediately threw him out.
Wow.
So that's how the bottom of the fifth ends. So the A's leave them loaded in the bottom of the fifth.
3-2 to a ball game.
Out the pitch. Is it a strike or not?
Well, I'd say if when in doubt, you better swing the bat, because guess what? And Derek Barton was called out last night by Hunter Windelstead on a pitch that was about 6 to 8 inches outside. The height was there. The question was the outside part, and I cannot blame Derek Barton after last night. And tonight, he saw the check swing of Alex Rodriguez at first base, as we saw. That could have been and should have been called a strike. Made it 3-1. He hit the slam, and this time he's called out on a pitch that was questionable. Seen it too often.
So you saw the changes. Rosales takes over at first base, slides over to first base, and Pennington comes in the game as the shortstop. Teixeira pops it up foul, and the count is 1-2. So Pennington will hit in that second spot, which is Barton's spot. Teixeira swing and miss, foul tip, and then a strikeout number 4 for Trevor Cahill. So one out here in the top of the 6th.
Well, the change on the inside part of the plate was supposed to be away. Instead inside, and Last hit Trevor Cahill gave up was to this guy, and ever since then he's retired 9 in a row.
Yeah. Drops a strike into Rodriguez. Of Alex Rodriguez's 596 career home runs, 42 have come against the Athletics. 20 have been hit right here at the Coliseum.
And he ties
Rafael Palmeiro. On deck is Robinson Cano. Close pitch. Call the ball by Mike Winters. And now full count. To Rodriguez. He drives it to center. Coco Crisp back. He's near the wall. Gone. He did it again. 597.
On a changeup this time on 3-2, and straightaway center. Coco back for a look, but that's all he was going to give was a look. Well, he climbed the wall. Hit that many, you kind of know, and he knew when he hit it was gone. Threw a changeup probably for a strike. It should have been throwing it for a swinging. Maybe out of the strike zone.
But how many guys hit a changeup on the outer half of the plate out to center field? There's not a lot of guys that can do that. He is one of them, and he just did it. So 6-1, the Yankees lead, and most of the damage done by Alex Rodriguez. Jerry Blevins starts to loosen up in the A's bullpen. Cahill closing in on 100 pitches for the night. Kuzmanov was positioned 4 or 5 steps left of where he usually plays. 3 away from 600.
Now batting, number 33.
And then after 600, he'll go after Sammy Sosa.
There's something about Trevor Cahill this year. On 3 different occasions, including tonight, he's given up 2 home runs to the same player, Gonzalez. His first start was against and at Toronto, and of course Matt Holliday in St. Louis over the weekend. The only runs he gave up in that game. And tonight with Alex Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, 34 years old. He'll be 35 on the 27th of this month. Swisher belts one to left center. That's deep. Chris near the wall, and he's got it. Side retired, but Alex Rodriguez homers again, his second of the night. It's 6-1 Yankees. sixth inning from the Coliseum. The Yankees with a 6-1 lead. Suzuki, Kuzminoff, and Ellis against Sabathia. Guess what, Ray? We got a new report on Jared Weaver's All-Star selection. Not so fast. Now there's a report out. Now there's a report out that says what Joe Girardi said was misinterpreted. That he actually said Teixeira makes the catch, goes into a slot, and Suzuki's retired. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. But he said Weaver was next in line to be taken. And the Angels have come out and said he is not an all-star. So I'm correcting my story.
They think he's an all-star, but so is that misinformation, or did he misspeak?
No comment.
Seems to be a lot of that going around. Well, I think initially Jared Weaver was not selected, even though his numbers.
Yeah, he's legitimate.
Yeah, it should have been. That kind of thought he was going to be pitching Sunday, would not be eligible. But I think the controversy is around the fact that CC Sabathia, they knew he was not. Matter of fact, he was the first mention that was going to come under the new guidelines, the new rule.
We knew he was going to pitch on that last Sunday.
This was a week to 10 days ago, but yet he was still selected because it is an honor to be selected. So I think the Angels were thinking the same thing. Well, the same for Jared Weaver. It would be an honor for him to be selected. And if in fact the game is in Anaheim, he would be announced and lined up on the third base line.
And I think as of right now, the Angels only have one player. Torrey Hunter.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Weaver still pitching in Chicago. The White Sox with a 2-1 lead now, bottom of the 7th over the Angels. .81 pitches for Sabathia. And the fastball, 95 miles an hour, and then a strikeout number 8 for Sabathia. 2 outs.
Final game before the All-Star break is this Sunday, July the 11th. Game time against the Angels is in Jared Weaver. It's 105 and 10,000 fans will receive Ace barbecue sets brought to you by Supercuts. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. Turner Cahill for the A's, Jared Weaver for the Angels. One an All-Star, one maybe.
Yeah, we'll just go maybe. Ellis swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, and a nice play in the crowd. Ellis a ground out to third and a strikeout swinging. Was 0 for 2 with a walk last night, so he's looking for his first hit in this series. A's have 6 hits in the game. Last night they had just 3. The Kansas City Royals are leading the Mariners 2-1. That game in the 8th inning. Seattle. That's Greinke and Roland Smith. Zach Greinke with a 4-8 record coming into that start. So the Royals trying to make it 2 in a row over the Mariners. Royals won last night 6-4 in 10 innings. Ellis, little emergency swing, fouls it off.
I believe Zach Greinke at the All-Star break is 4-8 or maybe 5-8 after tonight, but just it's hard to believe after last year. But They won just 16 last year, won the Cy Young Award. CC Sabathia won at 19, did not. CC trying to go to the magical 20. Let's see if that helps. Well, it must not be magic anymore.
Keem Soria, the closer for the Royals, is the all-star for Kansas City this year.
Outside, please.
Closer, what about Soriano in Tampa Bay?
Mark Ellis has hit number 7 against Sabathia.
Well, the at bat Mark Ellis just had, the fastballs he kept hitting to the right side, could not get around. Get on a 1-2 pitch right back up the middle, and CC Sabathia had to duck a little bit.
Yeah, I would say Soriano getting snubbed a little bit. He's having a very, very good year for the Rays. Rays won 3-2 over the Red Sox tonight. Jack Cust, a big bouncer. Teixeira has it. Turns around, steps on the backside, retired a hit and a runner left. We've played 6 at the Coliseum. It's 6-1 Yankees. Yankees 6, A's 1, top of the 7th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. And that pitching change is Jerry Blevins takes over here in the 7th. So Cahill goes 6 innings. Finished with 100 pitches, did Trevor Cahill.
Not often you see a pitcher with 6 innings give up just 4 hits. Beat down 6-1 and leave the game. But unfortunately, 2 of those hits, big hits.
Right center, Carson and Crisp come together, and it's going to be Coco Crisp who makes the catch. So Posada's retired. So Cahill tonight, just 4 hits, but 1 was a grand slam, and that was the difference maker.
Now batting, number 14.
1 walk and 4 strikeouts. So Trevor Cahill done for the night.
You can talk to Derek Barton about some of the pitches. Some of the pitches that Cahill threw and Barton tried to hit and actually could not reach.
Inside. Granderson is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in that third inning, and that is the inning the Yankees scored 5 times. Well, Ray, we just got a visit from a member of the Yankees media relations department, very nice young man, and he clarified a few things for us on this all-star situation.
Makes a lot of sense.
Makes perfect sense now, but the point the gentleman made to us was Granderson fouls it at the plate. Kurt Suzuki gets hit again. Kurt says, no, you know what? I'm going to hang in there on this one. So what we find out, and it certainly does put things in perspective, is these guys we're talking about that are pitching on Sunday were scheduled, and that's the key word there. Gentleman said Joe Girardi cannot name a replacement for Trevor Cahill, CC Sabathia. He can't do that until those guys actually throw a pitch on Sunday.
Yeah. Which does make sense, yeah.
So you look into that a little more and you're like, yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. So all these guys, or these guys that are scheduled to pitch, as Granderson bloops one in the left for a base hit. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sports St. California is brought to you by Cash Creek's Cash Fortune with $500 in cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? So Colin Curtis steps in. So I guess if something happened where there was a rain out, guy didn't pitch, you can't tell somebody, oh yeah, we were going to bring you, but now we're not going to again. Well, you can't do that. So we appreciate the Yankees clarifying.
Yeah, Jason, thanks for clarifying it.
And it needed to be clarified because I jumped the gun a little bit and had Jared Weaver on the All-Star team.
And I think Andy Pettit was named for Clay Buchholz, who's on the disabled list.
You can name a replacement for an injured player right away. Just can't do it.
Assumed it was Pettit for Sabathia, which and that's a great point. Now the Angels will be coming to Oakland. There's an off day on Thursday, but the Angels play Thursday.
Yes, they do.
And we hope that on July 10th, 11th, there's not a rain out in Oakland. That's a story in itself.
Yes, it would. That's a good call.
I don't think Clay Wood's going to be prepared.
No, he wants nothing to do with it. A little blooper. Coco Crisp is going to make the catch, go into a slide for out number 2.
And as much as a manager wants to win a World Series or go to the World Series because you have Coco Crisp, the extra speed, and of course Granderson realizing the speed of Coco Crisp, not going to take any chances. But for Charlie Manuel and Joe Girardi, Philadelphia and New York, it's a no-win situation. I mean, there's just so much that goes on, and the manager has to take a lot of the blame, and so much of it is out of his hands. It's now between the fans, the players, the league, and then fans again. So I think you can blame managers. If they do have a chance, they're going to take players that they see play every day, as they know. And I just read today another rule that is new this year was that Infante was picked by Philadelphia, or Charlie Manuel, because in extra innings you can re-enter a player of your choice, even though he might be out of the game. And
so that's separate from the catcher rule?
That's what I need to find out, because Infante, they said, how can he make it? But he can play so many different positions that if he's in, then he can re-enter in the extra innings. So you don't. Everything now is geared around making sure there's enough players available. You don't have any more ties in the All-Star game.
It certainly has changed a lot.
Yeah, and of course now the winning team determines the home field advantage, so there's a lot more involved. But But that was a new rule. But you're right as far as the catcher re-entering, because teams can only take, or should take, 2 catchers, knowing that, say, Joe Mauer, once he is out, something happens to John Buck when he comes in, then Mauer could go back in if he's injured.
Granderson had a huge jump on Jerry Blevins, so he will get the stolen base. So he's at second with 2 outs. 2-2 to Brett Gardner. Swing and a miss, and the ball in the dirt. Gardner strikes out, and the Yankees do not score. 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum, 6-1 New York.
Game fireworks, all for just $23. To order tickets, visit the events page on OaklandAthletics.com.
Six to 1, the Yankees lead the A's, and it is the bottom of the 7th inning. Rosales is 2 for 2 against Sabathia tonight. Rosales, Carson, and Davis, bottom 3 in the A's order. White Sox are adding on to their lead over the Angels. It's now 4-1 Chicago in the bottom of the 7th, and the White Sox are still batting. Texas won their game by a final score of 12-1 over the Cleveland Indians. C.J. Wilson got the win. He's 7-4. Murphy, Cruz, Guerrero, Hamilton all homered for Texas. So another hit for Josh Hamilton. He's got a 26-game hitting streak.
A lot of our home runs.
And 21 home runs on the year. So MVP caliber season for Josh Hamilton. Guerrero hit his 19th. 4 pitches, Rosales has a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Sabathia. Johnny Damon had a walk-off home run tonight for the Tigers. They beat Baltimore 7-5 in 11 innings.
Matt Carson.
So big night for Johnny Damon. He got his 2,500th career hit. And then a couple innings later, he had a walk-off home run. Carson takes up and away. Talked about Soriano, the closer for the Rays, he got his 23rd save tonight. He saved Jeff Neiman's 7th win. Rays 3-2 winners over the Red Sox. Slider in for a strike in the inside corner. Strikeout and a single for Carson.
Well, that kind of pitch outside, you wonder why anybody would take a chance going inside, although CC Sabathia has a very good fastball to throw in to right-handers, but right-handed hitters have a tendency sometimes to open up. If you can nail the outside corner as a left-hander with a natural tailing action on the fastball, comes unhittable. Fastball inside, just missed.
Two and two the count to Carson. Popped him up. Cano, the second baseman, drifts out. And he's got it for the second out. Make that the first out. And that'll bring up Rajay Davis.
Left fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
Rajay Davis has a base hit in the game. That was in the third inning. He is also fouled out. Mark Teixeira made a nice play over near the Yankees dugout. Sabathia takes a little off, turns it over a little bit, and gets a swinging strike.
Just getting loose at 100 pitches. Number 101 coming up.
Rodriguez on the dive. He's got it. Flip to first. Double play. Nice play by Alex Rodriguez. And that's how the inning comes to an end. 6-1 after 7. But when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Tyson Ross takes over here in the 8th inning. Face Jeter, Teixeira, and Rodriguez. So Jerry Blevins pitches an inning, and now Ross on the mound. Blevins gives up a hit, and he had a strikeout. Jeter 0 for 3, but he has an RBI. Got that on a fielder's choice. So 1 for 7 in the series.
Well, Adam Rosales at first base. The A's down, of course. Alex Rodriguez playing in on the grass and just reached out to his left and doubled off. Adam Rosales says he was off too far, thinking the ball might go to left field, but as he knows, when the ball goes left field, he can only go to second anyway. Line drive, you always make sure it goes through, and it did not, and he was doubled off.
Jeter walks to lead off the 8th inning. Well, make sure you visit the A's page on CSNCalifornia.com to vote in tonight's poll. You make the call. Which Yankee hitter scares you the most? Look for the answer in tonight's post-game show. For exclusive video, exclusive blogs, and much more, log on to CSNCalifornia.com. Teixeira is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored a run.
Kevin Youkilis has passed Nick Swisher in the fan voting at the halfway point. Goes to Thursday.
How about this, though? Youkilis left the game tonight with some soreness. Was his left ankle?
Left ankle, yes. As if the Red Sox have not had enough injuries already this year.
Sure have.
Never hear Terry Francona complain about, or Mike Socha. I mean, managers don't, but those are high-profile teams, the Angels and the Red Sox, and those key players.
It doesn't do any good to complain about injuries.
Everybody has them, and you hope you have the bench and the players that you can call up or acquire to fill in.
Red Sox, with their loss tonight, are now 3 back in the AL East. Two and 2 the count to Teixeira with Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. That one bounced to Ellis, who spins around and gets the out at second. Pennington back to first, not in time. Teixeira beat it out.
Now batting, number 13, Alex Rodriguez.
Now Mark Ellis, a long throw, and Cliff Pennington avoiding the slide. Jeter and Mark Teixeira showing his speed to get down the line to avoid the double play.
Fastball on the outside corner to Rodriguez. Big night for Rodriguez. The grand slam in the 3rd. A solo shot to center field in the 6th. Home runs now on the year for Rodriguez. Hard slider outside, 2-1. A's have out hit the Yankees 7-5. And a grand slam is the difference in the ball game. Way outside, 3-1. Rodriguez, we're told, has hit 3 home runs in a game 3 times. And the pitch not close, and it's a walk. Second walk in the inning by Tyson Ross. So Cano will hit. Teixeira goes down to second base.
Number 24, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano has grounded out 3 times in the game. Once to second, once to first, and once to third. He's 1 for 7 so far in the series. Struggling as of late, 2 hits in his last 20 at-bats. Ellis has it. Spins to second for 1. Double clutch by Pennington. Doesn't matter. Gets Cano anyways. So 4-6-3 double play ends the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-1 New York. Bottom of the 8th inning, and the A's will have the top of the order against CC Sabathia. That was pitch number 102 for Sabathia. McDonald's game summary: 6-5-0 for New York, 1-7-0 for the Athletics. 2-homer game for Alex Rodriguez. Sabathia in the game, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's given up 8 hits. Single and a walk tonight for Coco Crisp. He also hit into a double play, 1 for 2. Right around the knees for a strike.
This is Sabathia with the pitch count, 105, number 6 coming up, and no thought of the bullpen at this point. Say Joe Girardi just, let him say the big guy, how you feel? Okay, go get him.
So Ray, he has gone 8 innings in each of his last 3 starts, and he's headed in that direction tonight.
If it's up to him, he'd go 9. I would think he's one pitcher in today's game that, let's forget about the pitch count.
Yep. Three and 2 to Coco Crisp. And that's low. He walked him. Second time Crisp has walked in this game.
Matt Capra, thanks once again to the Busy Bee Bakery. Nice assortment of goodies brought up. You know, you're on the Box of the Month Club now with Busy Bee.
It's good. That was a big box, too. Did I see a pie in the bottom of that?
Yeah, that is a strawberry rhubarb pie. Black and blue turnovers, mini chocolate croissants, peanut butter cookies, apricot date cookies, some jams.
All that stuff's going to go good at my house tonight. Ray and I are in full negotiation on who gets what.
Well, they are great Twins fans, but they came to the Yankees game as well and sent a box of goodies. And they are goodies.
1-1 the count. Cliff Pennington. This is his first at bat. Derek Barton was thrown out of the game. Pennington came in for Barton with Rosales going over to first and Pennington to shortstop.
It's always interesting to talk to players and get a night off or a game off. Don't worry, I'll be in there.
Yep.
Sure enough, Cliff Pennington, who has been swinging the bat so well, he's averaging .263. Incredible considering where he was the 1st of June.
There's a good fastball from Sabathia. Pennington strikes out. So that is number 9 in the strikeout column for Sabathia.
You're up a little bit extra for the good fastball and out of the strike zone.
I got 7 swinging and 2 looking for the 9.
Those 2 not needed, at least at this point. Jabba, who pitched last night, Jabba Chamberlain in relief, and then turn it over to Mariano Rivera.
Well, Sabathia in his starts, when you look at all the starts this year on paper, pitch count wise, he's consistently between 110 and 120 just about every start. So he's right about where he usually is. He's at 114 right now. Maybe a little higher than normal, but not too much. His last start, 117. Before that, 150.
Jorge Posada, of course, got a foul ball off his left hand. And I don't know if this one got him, and he really pulled his hand back. Yep, got him off the top of the mitt again in that same area, the ring finger on the left hand. Went out to get a little bit extra time talking to CC, but the throwing hand is not always the problem. You get a foul ball, sure, it causes the most damage because you can break fingers, but you catch the ball a certain way.
Yeah, he's not doing that great right now. It doesn't look like.
No, that's exactly where his ring finger is positioned in the catcher's mitt is where that last foul ball, and he jerked his hand back quickly, but still got it. I give him a lot of credit for being in there tonight. There was a question last night where Sabathia took a ball and was injured that they would not have had anybody. Posada was not available to catch last night. Well, it's just one of those. Hang in there. We don't have anybody left, so we hope you can stay in the game. And he was hit pretty hard last night. Suzuki again tonight. We've seen him banged up. Posada, so it's not been a particularly great series for catchers.
Oh, 2 is the count to Suzuki. Kurt is 0 for 3 in the game. Fastball high. Was 0-2. Now it's 2-2. Kevin Kuzminoff will be next. Got him swinging. Took a little bit off, and that is strikeout number 10. So first time this year that Sabathia has gone into double digits in strikeouts.
Gearing up for a little bit extra, and you're right, pulled the swing and just pulled off enough that he couldn't make contact.
And Sabathia is going to leave 7 2/3 innings. Strikes out 10. So he leaves with a runner on second base and 2 outs. So it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change, Tune-Up, and Spa experts. So you see Sabathia 7 2/3 innings. And he leaves with a 6-1 lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Season high 118 pitches for Sabathia and also a season high 10 strikeouts. So the new pitcher is David Robertson. Robertson was a big part of the Yankees bullpen last year, but he has not had that same success this year. First pitch to Kuzminoff is a breaking ball for a strike. Last year, Robertson had a 3.30 ERA in 45 games. ERA significantly higher this year. Big fastball there, and Kuzminoff swings and misses.
So you get to enjoy his day tomorrow before the series finale tomorrow night. I'm sure he spent some time in his hometown, Vallejo.
Yep.
There's a lot for the community and schools and buying sports equipment for a lot of the schools, a lot of the kids.
And Kuzminov goes around, and that's a strikeout. So the A's get a leadoff walk from Chris, nothing else. And we go to the ninth, 6-1 New York. Nick Swisher leads it off here in the top of the ninth for New York. 6-1. The Yankees lead the Athletics. And the first pitch from Tyson Ross down around the knees for a strike. Quiet night for Swisher. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. His fly ball in the sixth inning was a long drive near the wall in center field that Coco Crisp caught. Deep left center field. Oh, 2 to Swisher. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Swisher can't believe it.
Time now for the Jeep drive of the game. Of course, Trevor Cahill to Alex Rodriguez, a 3-1 fastball. Bases loaded and gone. And then a 3-2 changeup. Davis straight away center field. Another home run. Our Jeep drives of the game. Either one of them a cheap.
No. Hey, Posada the hitter. Ray, we have a game of the day. You ready for this one? I'm going to give you the goods. It was in the National League. St. Louis Cardinals coasting along. They were feeling really good. They had a 9-3 lead going to the bottom of the ninth inning.
Is that what it was? I saw it was 9-9, but it was 9-3.
9-3 going to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Colorado Rockies scored 6 times to tie it. And then Seth Smith hit a 3-run homer to win it. So they scored 9 runs in the bottom of the ninth inning. Now, if Tony ever turned over the spread, tonight would be the night. I don't think he does that. But the point is that's unbelievable. 9 runs to 6 runs to tie it.
I do know one time Tony called up to the clubhouse. Frank Sinchek and said, "Close the lunchroom. Guys don't deserve to eat tonight." He didn't flip anything, but he just said, "Close the doors to the lunchroom."
Well, they were showing some highlights from that game on MLB Network, and it was interesting. There was 2 outs. And the Rockies had 3-4 hits in a row, but one of the hits, outfielders playing no doubles, down by or ahead by 2 with a runner at second or third base. The guy hit a line drive. Right fielder's playing really deep. Bounced right in front of him. Kept the inning going, and they ended up tying it, and then the 3-run homer that won. Crazy.
Well, you just never know, do you?
Now batting, number
9-3.
14,
He scored 9.
Curtis Granderson.
So
there's your game of the day right there. Outside to Curtis Granderson.
I think the one game I remember in Detroit many years ago, I won't say the manager, but this place, the post-game food was never that great. This guy went out on a limb and he put the greatest meal that he'd ever thought about. And he had it in the middle of the clubhouse and so excited about it. And that's with Cleveland, and lost the game. And that food ended up on the floor because the manager went up and flipped the table. He was so upset. And I've never seen a grown man cry until that day.
But the food wasn't that good anyway. Right?
Well, he thought it was because he put out the best and he was crying. He said, "You got to be kidding me. I get this," and it ends up on the floor. But the worst thing you can do if you lose a game, go straight for the spread. You go straight for. You got to at least sit down and think about it a little bit. When you walk in and you head straight for the food, it's like, oh well, game's over. Let's eat.
I take it there's a few guys who do that.
Of course, I'm sure there always have been guys that just. And the food that's in the clubhouse, you can understand why. These guys, the Yankees, with Mikey Falvey on the visiting side. Of course, now they get menus because of certain things that aren't allowed. Steve Vucinich, Brian Davis on the home side always have the great meals.
Second strikeout in the inning for Tyson Ross. He gets Curtis Granderson. Well, where were we recently?
Now batting, number 27,
St. Louis.
Colin Curtis.
They had a kitchen, and they had a window where you just stuck your head in there and placed your order.
Jerry Frisch, that's right. I mean, the new stadium's a Yankee Stadium. The visiting side, bigger than most restaurants.
Yeah.
And any food you think about, whether it's before the game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and another meal before the game at, say, 6, and then a post game. The guys don't have anything back. They spend a lot of money for all the food they supply throughout the day.
Good pitch by Ross down around the knees to Colin Curtis, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Same time tomorrow night for the final game of this 3-game series. Gio Gonzalez and A.J. Burnett.
The A's salvaged one win in April against the Yankees. Well, as they come back tonight, like the Rockies did in Colorado. They'll have to do it tomorrow night.
Right back to Ross, who grabs it. Underhands to first, and Tyson Ross. A couple of shutout innings out of the bullpen. Bottom of the ninth, coming up, work to do for the A's. They trail 6-1.
amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, yes, by Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. By Chevy, with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon. Own the airwaves. The signal is yours. Verizon, rule the air.
Well, join us tomorrow. Comcast Sportsnet California. The A's and the Yankees will wrap up this 3-game series. Gio Gonzalez, A.J. Burnett, the matchup. Coverage begins 6:30 with A's pregame live. And then the ball game at 7. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet California.
High definition, as always, and
Margelis to lead it off. David Robertson.
So 6-1. So get 5 to tie and a walk-off, and we'll duplicate what the Rockies did.
Why not? No big deal.
Marco Scudero did it against Mariano Rivera 2 years ago, which was an unbelievable thing. Walk-off Sunday afternoon.
Quick 0-2 to Ellis. Be followed by Custon Rosales here in the bottom of the ninth. Ball in the dirt. Ellis swings and misses, and that will be out number 1.
Now, CC walked Coco Crisp within the 8th, and then next 4 batters have struck out.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 32, Jack Cuss.
So Cuss steps in. 4 consecutive A's hitters have struck out swinging. Pitch from Robertson outside. Hitless tonight, Jack Cust. A's have 8 hits in the game. A couple by Rosales. Seven hits, I stand corrected. Yankees going after win number 52 this year. A shot. Teixeira leaps and he caught it. Very nice play by Teixeira. He's made a couple tonight.
And he's received a couple of gold gloves, and that's why he's a very good first baseman. And Derek Martin is probably watching the remainder of this game, but he said he enjoys watching Mark Teixeira run the bag because he knows he's very good. Won a couple of gold gloves, and still say that Derek Martin's got a great chance the way he plays first.
So Rosales, the final hope for the Athletics. Spins Rosales out of the way. 2 singles and a walk tonight for Rosales, so he's had a good ball game. You see Sabathia went 7 2/3 innings tonight. After he struck out Kurt Suzuki with his 118th pitch, Joe Girardi took him out and brought in David Robertson. The White Sox just finished off a 4-1 win over the Angels. So the Angels lose, the Rangers win. So Texas now with a 4.5 game lead over the Angels in the AL West. Fastball right there. Rosales 2-2. The Yankee fans that are in attendance rise to their feet.
Isn't that amazing that something that you expect from your own crowd, the home crowd? But
Rosales hits it hard on the ground. Jeter has it, straightens up, throws in time, and that's the ball game. So the Yankees use the long ball tonight. A grand slam by Alex Rodriguez, and then a solo shot by Rodriguez. So he hits a pair of home runs, and the Yankees win it tonight by a final score of 6-1. So they take the first 2 games of this series, and it'll be up to Gio Gonzalez to try to salvage